grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry now for Justice Hill. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away. He'll try and run it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now wins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a give, right side. Akers. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Here we go. Black. 180.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
80 weapons. What's that?
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Go. 280. Double tight, guys, double tight. Where's this on?
They'll try to run with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
What? 3-15.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
What? 380. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On second down now, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Let's get it.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way. Taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Go, go. 24 is the mic.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On second down. It's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
You don't want it. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Took right. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played, the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Ravens 30-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Switch! 20. Hey, echo! Watch the curl! Hey, alert 3! Flag.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. On first down, it's Sanders. On a man down, and it's Sanders. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, Wentz. This pass complete to Higgins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Come on, hey, 0-0-0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
General West, 82.
Wentz now on first down. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go. 120. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Great 15. Hey, Alpha. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Lefty.
To throw is Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us down?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let him know.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run with Sanders. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as they have taken the lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Gets through, and now an opening. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
64, weak. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What screen? 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Kill. 24 is the mic.
And the blitz does come. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Strip that ball. Check. Good job right there. Watch the safety creep. Go, guys. 4 down. Blue in front. Mark 27. Blue down.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
At the 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
24 is the mic. I want that. Give me that ball.
Now Wentz. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Dancing to his left, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
4 down, check. Hey, 4 Tokyo. Undercut. 5-7. Undercut.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now Wentz on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. So don't say. Let's go. Great. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Out. What's that?
Now Wentz. Open man is Higgins. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Right here. 24 is the mic. Hey, Ram. Hey, 57.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will